This
Morning if you are
conference
in
will
US.
now be
Good morning.
recorded.
Good evening if you are in US. Yeah. So, Vaisham, so before I start the demo, may I know something about you and your background?
Yeah, like almost 7 to 8 years. I'm working as an SAP HCM consultant.
Okay.
So already I'm working as a SAP consultant. So I'm now looking at more into the payroll aspect. So I want to take up the payroll aspect now.
So
So and
far,
even like there is uh, some upcoming project internally. So
okay.
I want to get up for that. I want to get up for US payroll.
Okay.
So
Okay. Good. So
I
that,
have worked a little bit in the payroll side. No, it's not
okay.
like I'm not completely new.
Okay.
I have worked in bits and pieces, not completely and not in depth exactly.
Okay.
So I
Okay. Good.
want,
Okay.
yeah. So my expectation is I want complete in depth on the US payroll and especially on the taxation part and the tax reporters and
Okay.
so tax tables and all the post payroll activities and complete end to end config part. So
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
expecting
Okay.
in that
Okay.
way.
Okay. Good. Yeah. So good. And we can reach your expectations other than the taxation part. Because taxation part, customization wise, I can show everything, but there is an integration between SAP ECC to BSI. BSI to SAP ECC system integration is not possible in the training. Other than that, what are the tax processes and what exactly we do, that we can discuss. Integration and output is not possible in the training. That is tubs updations, that is not possible. Other than that, we can cover each and everything, whatever the schema, PCR, processing classes, accumulation classes, benefits, garnishments,
Yeah,
sub-schemas, functions, all such we will discuss, because it must be very clear you are a working consultant. Okay, what we are training you on IDAS, and we cannot share even if integration is possible also. BSI screen we cannot share to you, that's not possible, and it's an illegal also. So that is the thing, integration part of BSI to SAP ECC is not possible. Other than that, what I'm going to teach you, I can explain and I can tell you also. Got my point, Vaisham?
yeah, that is fine. Apart from that, yeah, in
Yeah,
usual,
that I can.
what we
Sure,
update on
sure,
the
sure, sure.
taxation part.
Yeah,
So in general, like what we do on the year-end activities and all the stuff.
yeah, yeah. That I can give you. I can give you clarity here. Right. So already
And
you told that. Yes.
yeah,
Yes. Tell
before
me.
starting, I also want to check if you say, have you heard of work experience on a US payroll, or how is it like on what payrolls you have worked?
Okay. Coming to my experience, and I worked on 16 country payrolls and implementation project, like US payroll, Canada payroll, Brazil payroll, Saudi payroll, Oman, Singapore, Malaysia, India, UK, Australia, such countries I worked on. I'm working now. Still now I'm working on implementation project, not on support. I'm working. I'm a working consultant into the payroll.
Okay, and may I know like which company you are working?
It's a recording. If you want, I can give your WhatsApp number. I can give you, right? Okay. No, no,
Okay,
I'm working consultant. I can tell you. No issue.
okay.
Right. So, as you told already, you
And
are already.
one more small, uh, I'm saying, although you have the documentation things, right? Like whenever some training happens, you have the support documentation so that even I can refer
What?
later. Uh,
No, no. What exactly you want? You want like any customization document or anything you want?
No, like in general, like what are the topics we go through each day?
Yeah, that I'm going to
So
write
you
down.
have,
Yeah, just I
yeah,
will specify here what are the documents, right? Whatever I'm
yeah,
going to teach you, I can type in the Excel sheet and it can come. I will send to you. That's not a big thing, right?
okay. No, no, no.
Okay.
What I'm asking is some day-to-day training when we take up. So
Day
those
to day training in the
document.
sense it's not possible because based on your questions, and if I cannot fulfill on the day, it may not work out. But what contents I'm going to teach you, that I can show you.
Okay.
Say for example, PCR 2 sessions. It may be extended 4 sessions also. Say for a processing classes, it's 1 session. Normally it's 1 session. It can be extended 2 sessions also. So if we can put up like that, only within the time limit we can finish that. So, but what contents I'm going to teach you, I can put out here, so that on that, if you want to ask any question, if you can, or else no, Madhu, I want day wise. Of course, I can prepare and I can give it to you also, as you wish.
Okay.
Normally, give a freedom to the trainer, and it's good. No, no, sir, it's I want day wise. We will give you to also. There is no
No,
issue.
no, I'm not speaking in that way. What I'm speaking is like in general, like they share some PPTs or something. So I'm speaking in that way.
Here, I don't want to use any kind of PPT. Everything is on live. We can have a session. There is no PPT session here. Everything what I'm going to explain you, we can and explain. I can show you the output. If you want like
Okay.
PPT, like I can prepare and give it to you. No issue.
Okay.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So normally, as a consultant, you said that you are a consultant. We configure everything in IMG. Whatever you configured in IMG, you are going to entered, or you are going to assign to the employee in the info types. And after that, if you run time evaluation or if you run payroll, you are going to see you are going to see the output in the cluster. That means in IMG, whatever you can create. Say for example, IMG, as you said, already you're working here, like work schedule rule, DWS, PWS, personal area, sub area, wage type, pay scale type, whatever you can create in IMG, that you are going to assign to the employee in the info type. That means IMG, whatever you are configure, they are known as a transparent table. Whatever you create in the transparent table, go to the info type, keep your cursor, drop down, and you can enter whatever you created in IMG transparent table. These are known as a structure table. And by using the data of the structure table, when you run time evaluation, when you see, when you run the payroll, you are going to see the output in the cluster. Clusters are B2 cluster in the time management, and in the payroll, that is PCL2 cluster. Right. As a consultant, if you know the variation, cluster, info type, structure, and transparent table, we can work perfectly. Right. Now, what I'm going to teach you here, first I'm going to teach you basic settings, as it is only the payroll, so basic settings. So what is the part of the basic settings? Period parameter, date modified, payroll area, generate payroll periods, generate calendar for accumulations, and defaulting payroll area with AB carriers feature, and create control record. We are going to discuss. Altogether, this you are going to maintain in 0001 info type in the form of the payroll area. This is the first thing which we can create. Next thing is basic pay configuration. In basic pay configuration, approximately there are 17 steps are there. Basically, there you can talk about pay scale type, pay scale area. Okay, then V underscore T510 table, device pay scale groups and levels, and your copy a waste type. There you have to know waste type structure, model waste type, secondary waste type, customer specific and time waste type. And this we are going to configure, this we are going to enter into E8 info type, that is a basic pay. So basic pay configuration, there are 17 steps are there. Then recurring payments and deduction, approximately there is 5 or 6 steps are there. So there is, again you are going to copy the waste type. There is no specific table, and we are going to maintain 0014 info type. Then after that, additional payments, that is again 5 steps are there. Here also you are going to copy the waste type. Then you can come to know what is a model waste type, dialog waste type, secondary waste type, customer specific, and time waste type. Then you are going to configure in 0015 info type. And after that, next one, additional payment and off cycle. Here also you are going to copy the waste type, and we can configure if it is required 267 info type you are going to maintain. And after that, next one, employee remuneration information, that we can, where we are going to copy the wage type, we are going to maintain 2010 info type, 2010 info type. This is the basic thing are very common for every country. If you're working in Indian payroll or US payroll or Canada payroll or whatever the payroll, these are very common. What is the difference? Only the difference is Molga is different, BU carries is different, nothing but country grouping and company code is different. Apart from that, model wage types are different. Model wage type in the sense, if you want to copy a wage type from the model wage type to the customer specific, model wage types are always different. But secondary wage types, some secondary wage types are very common. Say for example, if you run payroll slash 101 slash 110, these two are very common for every country. And one more thing, slash 559 is very common for every country. Other than that, there are like in US payroll slash 3 series, 4 series, 5 series, 6 series, 7 series, slash 401 slash 501. That is only for US payroll. If you go to Canada payroll is different. If you come to Indian payroll is different. If you go to Singapore payroll is different. Australian payroll is different. That means certain secondary wage types are very common for the all the countries, and certain secondary wage types are country specific. Such as that we can discuss. First, this is very common to run the payroll. After configuring this, we can hire an employee, maintain okay minimum info types to run the payroll: 400001, 002, 006. Okay, then 007, 008 to show you all 14, 15, all those things, and you can run payroll. But coming to the US payroll, there is a process. Whenever you maintain 6 info type, system will maintain 0, 202, 0207, 0208, 0209, and system will trigger through the dynamic action 0 to 10, where we can specify withholding information. Withholding information, whether you are going to pay the tax as a single or a married or a head of the household, just you are going to specify. Without these, you are not going to maintain manually 0207 residence tax, 0208 work area tax, 0209 UI unemployment insurance. When you maintain 6 info type, automatically these are maintained. That means US specific, these info types very mandatory that we have to maintain, and you have to run payroll where we can see the gross salary, where we can see the net salary. That is one thing. Next one, after that, we will discuss about the benefits. Benefits, so I can show you the health in depth with output. So we have to configure in the payroll, and you can integrate to the, sorry, PA, and you can integrate to the payroll. For that, there is a sub schema concept that we can discuss. And after that, there you can maintain the first info type is very mandatory, 171 info type. After that, if it's a health, you can go to 167. Insurance, you can go to 168, and so on. According to your requirement, you can go ahead. Next one, garnishment. So what is meant by garnishment? It's a one type of deduction. In US it happens like one type of deduction. Say deduction in the sense if it's a mandatory deduction, then you can go for the garnishment. There are 0194, 0195, 0216. These are the wage types you are going to maintain. This is to calculate the gross to net, and very important is BSI. BSI, it's a third party application where in US the taxes are get calculated. You are not doing any calculation in ECC or S4 HANA. You are not doing, but there is a part of configuration as a consultant you have to do. What we have to do here, you can create a tax companies. You can link tax companies to personal area and personal sub area, and you have to create EIN number, employer identification number. In India we have a PAN number, we have a TAN number. Based on the TAN number we can, but in US there is a federal tax, there is a state tax, there is a local tax. So what tax company is going to collect the data as federal, a state, or a local, that is identified with EIN number, employer identification number, that you have to do. Then the tax calculation is done by the BSI. So you are not going to configure any tax configuration. So that means, like other countries, if you go to Singapore or if you go to Australia or in India, tax rates, tax slabs are there here. What is the tax slabs are there? Say for example, 0 to 5 lakhs, there is no tax. So is it 5 to 10 lakhs? This is 10 percentage. Like slabs, we are not going to configure here. That must be configured in the BSI. But now the question is how the BSI data is going to be integrated to this. That means as a consultant through RFC, remote function call, you can so log on to BSI. There, whatever the tabs are there, tax unit bulletins are there, those you have to update. You have to update. That means in US there are 56 states are there. Your company is not in 56 states. Your company is only 5 states. It's in 24 cities. Whatever the states, whatever the cities which is there, your company, you select them tax type. There are different tax types are there here. Withholding tax, residence tax, work area tax, unemployment insurance, social security tax, Medicare tax, different tax types. What are the tax types are there in your company? And you have to select and click on tabs. When you click on tabs, when you click on tabs, through OSS notes, we'll discuss what is meant by OSS note, how do we find out who will give you, to whom we can give. Okay, so there are so many tables, they are updated whenever you update the tabs. How many tables are updated? Those tables you can go manually, you can check it. You can check what are the tables are there. The table names, I can show you. Just a minute. C38, go to the program RPCALCU 0. This is a payroll driver. No, I'm sorry. It's not. Go to click on display. There is a sub program where we can see all the table names. I can show you. Give me 1 minute. I can go over there. Info types, taxation. Yes, tax. This is the sub program. No. Just a minute. Let me check it. These are the info types normally. Normally, one more thing I want to tell you, when you are switching one country to another country, payroll, then people will check about what are the info types are there in the Google somewhere. Google somewhere, that is a person's opinion. But what exactly the info types, you can find out here. These are the info types only for US payroll. 207, 208, 210, 210, 234, 235, 554. So that we can find out. But what tables are there, we can go ahead. I can show you. There is taxes. Yes, general table, taxes. This is taxes. These tables are updated by the OSS node. These are the tables here. Normally, if for interview purpose or internal, whatever it is, these tables here, tax areas, tax defaults, tax types, and all these tables are very important. These tables are very important is there here. These are the tables are updated. So as a consultant, those you have to know. That is one thing. Next one, for the taxation process, what are the processing classes, what are the accumulation classes, and what are the subschemas. Okay, in the subschemas, what are the functions are there, you must know. Say for example, for US payroll, there is one subschema, PE01, U000 is a schema. There you can go the subschema here UTX0. In UTX0, very important, you must know UUIM, UMOT. Okay, then BSI. In BSI, what version you are using? As of now, it's 11 version. It is going to be used. If a new version is going to be done, here you have to specify the version number. You have to specify, and moreover, there is one more function is there here, US tax. Every country, say for example UK, there is a G tax. In Indian payroll, IN tax. Canada payroll, that is KA tax. There are some functions are there. Those functions, so the function itself is a part of the program. It is first calculating monthly regular income, monthly regular income, regular income, annual irregular income, altogether gross salary. Gross salary, how it is going to come, where it is going to be stored. This is a process is read by US tax. In Indian payroll, IN tax. So different you know functions are there. Those functions are going to be calculated, and we must know what are the functions are there. And moreover, are you going to modify anything in this? That we will discuss just a minute here. Just I have shown you. And these things we are going to discuss. And coming to that, and what is a main schema? What is a main schema? And why should we copy? Then what are the sub schemas are there? So subschemas, there are many subschemas are there. What subschemas you have to know? Say for example, you want garnishment. You should know what is meant by subschema of that. You must know. If it's a benefits is there, you must know what is the subschema of that. You must know. If you wanted to gross to net salary, what is the subschema? You have to know. If you want time schema related, if you want basic data related, if you want factoring unrelated, those subschemas you must know. That is a big question. What subschemas I must know? Any subschema which is part of your configuration, you must know. Say for example, let us go to, this is your main schema. UT00 is subschema you must know. How should I know? I will show you. UAL0 subschema you must know. How should I know? I will tell you. UAP0 you must know. How should I know? I will show you. Apart from that, UNA0 and UAN0 calculating net. Gross to net, how it is calculating, you have to know. How should we know? If you wanted to know the such things here, SPRO F5, go to IMG, in the IMG, go to the payroll, and payroll US, it is payroll US, and if you go to absences, there is a schema. Where is that? This is the schema. What is the schema name? UT00. In the UT00, certain things you have to know. What are the things you have to know? I will show you. You should know GENPS. That means GENPS is a function which is reading your working hours, which are in 0007. Okay, PARTT. Now, January, March month is there, 31 days is there. Say for example, 31 days if you work, you are getting 10,000. 30 days, how much? Why 30 days? Why 30 days means you have taken one day LOP, or you join in the company second of the month, or you are terminated 30th of the month. One day salary you are not getting, 31 days is equal to 10,000. 30 days, how much? How it is calculated? 30 into 10,000 divided by 31 days, you are going to get some amount. This is known as a mathematical calculation. This is done in SAP. It is known as a PCR. PCR is a personal calculation rule. What personal calculation rule it will do? 31 days is equal to, let's say for example, 30,000. In the system, there is rate is equal to TKSOLL. Our rate is equal to TASOLL. Our rate is equal to TATSSOLL. What does it mean? This is so RTE is equal to TKSOLL. That means 31 days is equal to 10,000. This is calendar days. But in US payroll, some companies they can calculate 23 days is equal to 10,000. What is 23 days? Working days, payroll days. Or else 183 hours is 180, 184 hours is equal to 10,000. Then whether you are calculating this method or this method or this method. But what SAP has provided as standard, that if you wanted to know, I can show you. There is one PCR. Okay, yeah, that means here indirectly what I'm telling here. So whatever the schema, subschema functions are part of the configuration, you must know. Other than that, if you know, it's add advantage. Say for example, reduction formulas are there. There is a schema that is UAL0. Just now we talked about here. In there is an XPPF PCR is there. Somebody is blocked actually. This is there here. Okay, there is XPPF. What is XPPF? You can check XPPF PCR here. XPPF. XPPF contains sub PCR XPP0. XPP0 contains XPP1. This is a funda here. RT is equal to TSOLL. Here I have written here TSSOLL here. That means hours. So in US payroll it is hourly is there. No Madhu, I don't want, I want like this. You have to modify it. You have to modify it. That means what I'm trying to tell you, you should know the main schema. Those main schemas you can copy and you can use. What are the sub schemas? In the sub schemas, what you are going to modify, you can modify. So that means indirectly I can tell existed PCRs are there. You try to understand its behavior. Its behavior. And if it is required, you can modify. If such calculation is not there, say for example, my company is in New York, company is in California. In New York, monthly bonus. In California, monthly bonus. Here it is $2,500. Here it is $1,800. Don't enter manually. It should come automation. Then only the solution is a PCR. Only the solution is a PCR. Okay, you have to develop a PCR and you have to insert. There is a question where it must be inserted. Whatever the wage type is calculated for the partial period, it must be prorated. What is mean by partial period? 31 days is equal to 10,000. Then one day how much? One day is a partial period. 30 days is equal to partial period. 30 days is equal partial period. So this is done by UAL0 subschema. Sub-zero. Then a wage type is if you work 30 days, you are getting 30,000. If you work 29 days, you are getting 30,000. That means wage type is not getting reduced. That means no proration. Or else 30 days you work that you are getting 30,000. If you work 29 days, you are getting 29,000. Nothing but it's prorating. Proration, no proration. It is also here. That means if you write a PCR, you are going to insert in this subschema, not in any other subschema. Then if you are going to insert it here, where do you insert? If you wanted to insert in so and so location, why you are going to insert there only? That is also very, very important. So that means what I'm trying to tell you, we will talk about the main schema, we will speak about the sub schemas, and there some functions. Important function. What is meant by important function? How should you know? Say for example, what is a function which is reading, okay, employee actual working hours, employee record working hours. For that there is a function PARTT. PARTT is a function where it is going to show you your allotted working hours and your worked working hours, allotted calendar days, worked calendar days, allotted working days and worked working days. It can show you. Say for example, you have to work 31 days but you worked only 30 days. 31 days is equal this much of amount. Okay, 30 days, how much of amount? System has to calculate what is the standard process, how it is calculating, what is the client requirement. Client requirement, if it is okay of the standard process, you can go, or if it is not required, you can modify. So that means we are going to discuss certain schemas. So I'm writing the schemas also x010, x013, xmbod, x020, and x023, and xval, and xppf, and these PCRs and their behavior we are going to discuss. If it is required, we can modify. And in the place of X for US, you can put U. But in every PCR, it is not U, X010, U010, X013, U013, okay, X020, U020, XVAL, UVAL. So in the place of what we are discussing US payroll, this is international schemas, PCRs, so that you can add it here. But coming to here, if you can see U000, I will go to PE0, PE01, U000. I can show you some schemas are, you can see X010, this is international, U013, U010, only US specific. There is no difference. This is XMOD actually. They put XMOD, UMOD only for US. So this is a country specific here. So here you can see PARTD function, what it is reading here, that we can discuss. Then apart from this, we'll discuss processing classes, accumulation classes, evaluation classes. What is processing class? You can tell. Processing class specifies how a waste type is processed. Say for example, we have basic pay. Okay, basic pay is prorated. City allowance, it is not prorated. Where you are going to tell, this you are going to tell in a processing class 10. Processing class 10, specification 1, it is prorated. Processing class 10, specification 0, it is not prorating, not reducing. This is read by XVAL PCR. XVAL PCR is in UAL 0. That means now one company, then one concept basic pay, it is prorating. After 6 years, they said it is not prorated. Then we can change these processing classes. So processing classes, accumulation classes, evaluation classes, all are triggered in a table v underscore 512w underscore d table where we can check. Just I can show you slash n sm30. So v underscore 512w underscore d table. We can maintain. Press sorry grouping. Okay, it is 10. And check some example I'm taking here. Just let me take it here. Processing class 10. A processing class 10 specification 0. No reduction. If you can take one reduction, again it is reducing, it is going to be stored. There are 16 secondary waste types are there, slash 801 to 816. 816, but why they are, that we can discuss here. This is read by one PCR. What is a PCR name? I can show you the PCR name also. That is PE02, that is XVAL PCR. XVAL PCR, what does it mean? You can check. So processing class 10 specification 1 is a funda. What is this? What you must know. What exactly these are? 0, nothing is there. Nothing is there. If is required, you can modify this. What we can modify, what exactly it is here. So certain standard PCRs you have to modify according to the requirement here. Then even accumulation class. I can tell best example accumulation class. We have basic pay, we have city allowance, we have car allowance, we have commission. Now let me tell you. These three are part of the gross salary, so that you can maintain accumulation class 1. So yes, 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 yes. Whenever you link basic pay, city allowance, card allowance, commission to the accumulation class 1, system is generating, okay, the accumulation amount, basic pay, car allowance, city allowance and commission, it will be stored in slash 101. Slash 101 is a secondary waste type. System is generating by maintaining accumulation class. That means secondary waste types are technical waste types. All payroll reports are output is in secondary waste type. These are generated through the PCR. These are generated through accumulation class. How it will be? Say for example, I can show you SM30 V underscore 512W. Let us take one basic pay M010, salary is there. You can see total gross. If you can link accumulation class 1 to your waste type, that waste type will be stored in slash 101, or else it won't come. Deductions will be stored in slash 110. In US we have a 401k wages, one type of insurances that you can go according to net payments. Net payment nothing but if a deduction you can link to this. So that we can discuss just as a demo, just I am going to tell about this here. And altogether I can tell you, you can handle a project. You can handle a project independently of this training. So this is what I'm going to teach you. And now if you wanted to add anything, you can add so that
Yeah. Yeah, fine, Madhu. Apart from this, like, what about off cycles and
Yeah, no, no,
off cycle
outside that is
the payroll runs?
0260, no, no, 0267, that is half cycle actually. Additional payment half cycle that we can discuss. Then, as you told that, yes, that all the payroll process. What is mean by payroll process? Every month, how the end user will run the payroll. Normally, we will maintain the master data. You run payroll in a simulation mode. You can release it and you can run live payroll, uh, a live payroll. After that, any correction is there, you can go for the correction. Post payroll yields to the finance people. Then subsequent activities. Once you run the payroll, what you are going to do? Posting to the finance people, then generating a report. What are the reports are there? Annual salary, wage type report, payroll general. Coming to the farms, what we can, so normally if we take any kind of farm, normally we can go with the evapor's help. What farms we need actually, what exactly, that also we'll discuss.
Okay, so under forms, like what we are covering, can you,
So normally we can discuss about the W2 farm and W4 farm and W5 farm. Normally we will discuss this because these are very very important. But bad luck, we cannot see the output because taxes is not going to be calculated. But what exactly as a consultant, whether we are going to insert over there, what are the secondary waste types are there, how do we insert, that we can discuss.
okay. So tax reporter comes under this only, how it is?
Yeah, tax report 941. Okay, 940 that we can discuss.
Okay. Yeah, so tax reporter, I mean, say like, can we get the output for the tax
No,
reporter
no, no, no,
or
no, 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 no. Tax report output, it won't come here. When it is integrated to the secondary waste type, nothing but from the BSI only it will come. I will tell the process.
okay? Mm, yeah, yeah, that's fine. Man.
Right? Okay, so Isam, and all the best. Take care. Take your decision, please. Right?
Yeah, sure. And
Okay.
one more,
Yes,
like
yes,
we'll be
yes, yes.
covering on the tax tables also, right? Like whatever the
Yeah, tax
tables
table, yes.
will be
We can go to
configuring.
SM. We can go to SM30. We can check. It is already maintained. Normally, it will be maintained. If any modification, we can do that. Go to SM30. We can directly can go to the table. All the tables, approximately 27 tables are there. We can check them.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Right? Okay. Bye. All
Yeah.
the
Thank
best.
you.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.